one treatment you recommend everyone to try at least once?
So Indian skin is beautiful looking skin. So what if a person says, let me bring out the natural beauty of Indian skin? But skin is also a mirror.
Right.
Over exfoliating the skin, using too many products on the skin with an aspiration of getting a glass skin is something that is not going to work. Because what skincare says?
Because men suddenly lose hair. Why does losing hair feel like, it's losing a part of my own self?
So when we talk about hyper-personalization, it is understanding the needs, desires and problems of your individual skin and then finding a product which matches that. Everybody is talking about the benefits of the product, but what is much more important, it's the needs of your skin.
You've been in skincare industry for how long, Doc?
It's 15 years now.
What do you believe is the number one mistake people do in their skincare routines, what they're following? One advice for people in the 40s and 50s who never tried skincare.
If our skin and hair is not age appropriate or there is a sudden problem with your skin or hair, that's how your body is trying to communicate to you.
Namaskaram. Your body's just the soil in which the tree of life grows. Keep the soil rich and it will be wonderful fruit. So welcome to Who's On Air, where the conversations go deeper than the surface. Today we dive into something we all live in but rarely understand fully about our skin. Joining us is Dr. Shweta Iyengar, founder of SkinSense, a pioneering aesthetic clinic. Whether you are 25 or 55, chances are you are wondering, why do we chase glass skin? Why does hair fall feel like a heartbreak? Can we age without trying to be 25 again? Well, today's conversation will unravel just that. So, Namaskaram, we have Dr. Shweta with us. And Dr. Shweta, the question is, you have said that the foundation of skincare lies in your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, actions. Can you expand on how our mental and emotional states directly affect our skin health? The point is, the mind-body connection is a powerful thing, I feel, but does it truly influence when you age?
So everybody knows that skin is created as a barrier.
Okay. Everybody doesn't know, doctor.
You know, the outside cannot get in and the inside cannot get out.
Oh, lovely.
So what's the purpose of a skin?
Hmm.
The purpose of the skin is what is inside you stays inside you and what is outside you stays outside you.
Mhm.
Except for a few selected things like sweat which can come out or a few serums which can go in, it's a barrier. But skin is also a mirror.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people say skin is glowing. Are you in love?
Yes.
That's the most common you hear from people.
And growing up, we've also heard people say, oh, now you're getting married and you're glowing. I mean, you
Right.
don't need any treatments because the bridal glow is something that every girl definitely has. I mean, a girl glows on her wedding day.
Mhm.
No matter whether she does a lot of treatment, she does a lot of care or not, there is some inherent glow when she gets married, right?
Mhm.
So there's something inside you which is bringing out that wow in your skin. Also, people know that these itching conditions, psoriasis, and other things not related to beauty, but since we are talking about skin, I want to bring these up. These are when we are stressed, we start scratching a lot. You've heard about this?
Yes. I'm learning from you, but you can go on about it.
Yeah. So then that's how it is that what we eat affects our skin. Our gut health affects our skin. Our hormonal state affects our skin and also our thought process, because our thought process is what is affecting what you eat.
Mhm.
If you're stressed, your gut health is not good. So, you know, everything is interlinked at multiple levels and then everything shows up on your skin.
So this is where the point is, beauty is not skin deep, what they
Yes.
say. So there are so many factors which
Factors.
makes you as a person, like when your emotional state is very important, is what you mean, right? What should people do in that?
So when we say the emotional state is very important, The first thing I think that matters is to realize and accept it. I think
Okay.
any kind of transformation which happens when we accept something and we get comfortable with that acceptance. So once we realize that beauty is not skin deep, and everybody knows this, but people keep forgetting. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. And people understand that I cannot just buy something or get something done and look beautiful. I can't be unhealthy on the inside and glowing on the outside. Yeah, that can happen for one day with some very fancy therapy. But then if I'm looking at making a great impression every day, feeling good about myself every day, I need to take responsibility of it at all the other levels. So, what can you do probably begins with an awareness. Of course, there are many ways to take control of your emotional state, but all those ways start with one word, which you will agree. It's taking responsibility.
Okay.
What I feel is my decision is my choice. How I interpret situations is my decision, my choice. See, this is
Yes, yes,
easier
yes.
said than done.
Mm.
Fortunately, we are today talking to each other, and both of us are in a very good mind space.
Right, right.
So, when I share this with you, it makes sense to you.
Absolutely.
But if somebody is going through a very stressful time, or somebody feels that I'm a victim, something wrong has happened to me, probably saying this, they may not accept it that readily.
Agreed. Agreed.
So it's a journey. There's a lot of support system that needs. There's a lot of perspectives and stories that they need to hear. It's a journey sometimes.
Dr. Shweta, it makes so much of sense of what you're saying, and I love the name of your organization called SkinSense, and here's where it comes from. Abhi. So today's a world which is obsessed with instant result. How do you advocate the personalized, medically backed skincare solutions right now? Let's discuss about stopping this kind of a guesswork.
Yeah. So great. Guesswork is another right word, because there is so much overwhelm happening today. So there are so many, every day you see a new product and everything is packaged so well. So, we are all attracted to these shiny objects. So skincare is becoming an obsession with shiny objects. People are not understanding what they need. What they need is becoming secondary, and what is aspirational to have is becoming primary. So people want to do what everybody else is doing. People connect to something that is best. People are forgetting that what is right is much, much more powerful than what is best.
Okay.
So when we talk about hyper personalization, it is understanding the needs, desires, and problems of your individual skin, and then finding a product which matches that. So everybody is talking about the benefits of the product. But what is much, much more important? It's the needs of your skin.
How do you determine that? How do you kind of know that which is good for your skin?
So exactly that is what is the meaning of the word diagnosis,
Right.
which is done by doctors. Otherwise, today, a lot of people are talking management. They talk about gap analysis.
What is that?
So, understanding what is the most important part of giving a solution. What is the biggest part of giving a solution? It's identification of a problem.
Okay.
The more clearly you understand the problem, the more clearly you understand the root of the problem, you are going to be able to give a simple solution that works quickly and that gives lasting results. Making sense?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So today, the whole communication is happening about all the wonderful solutions that are available, but people are not understanding what is the problem they're dealing with.
It's more of personalization is required, is what you're saying, instead of just because I give my example when I was quite much into bodybuilding and working out at one point of time. And when I used to go to the gym, what used to happen is somebody would say, कि नहीं ये तेरे पे काम कर रहा है मेरे पे काम नहीं कर रहा है.
Correct.
But over a period of time I realized कि my body is different, that person's body is different. Similarly, the skin works the same way. So what is my need might be different for somebody else's need, right?
The simple thing is, even if I get the best designer and the best outfit,
Hmm.
if it's not my size, will it look nice?
What a way to put. Wonderful.
So it's about fitting me right.
Hmm.
You can wear a simple, crisp white shirt and rock the look just because it's your size.
Hmm. That's such a way to put it. So you
Yeah.
need to personalize your skincare routine, is what you're saying.
It's very
And you
important.
need some kind of an understanding of your skin, and meeting doctors like you who which will definitely help them. So there are trends and transformations which keep happening. I see my daughters talking about the glass skin because suddenly the Korean
Wave.
products have kind of
Hmm.
taken over the market, I feel. What's your take on this trend, and how realistic or sustainable is it in the long run?
So, number one is there are fads, and these fads are influencing us in ways more than we know,
Mhm.
and unfortunately, more than we can even control them.
Mhm.
Melanin is a skin pigment. Let's not get into technicalities, but saying that I want glass skin is like saying I have a mango tree and I want to grow cherries on it. So
Oh.
it's not that mangoes are better than cherries or cherries are better than mangoes. But mango is a mango and cherry is a cherry.
Yeah.
So if you start expecting a mango to taste like a cherry or look like a cherry, and you keep doing things what you do to a cherry tree, you probably, it won't work for you.
Yes. Yes.
It could even
Absolutely.
harm you.
Yes.
So, over exfoliating the skin, using too many products on the skin with an aspiration of getting a glass skin is something that is not going to work. Because what skincare says,
Okay. Can you elaborate that?
so your skin needs to have the right amount of good oils, the right amount of moisture, the right amount of pigment, because we need pigment also. Pigment is a positive thing. Without a pigment, we would be white in color, which is not something we want. But we want a balanced amount of pigment, right? We want it to age appropriately change, because our bones are changing, our muscles are changing, everything is going to change. But it has to be appropriate to age and not very sudden. So there are certain expectations from every phase, age specific skincare, but still it's always going to be the best version of ourselves.
So you mean inner beauty is always which will enhance you?
No, this is not about inner beauty. It's
Okay.
about what has been given to you. It's like saying you have a particular height.
Okay.
You're born with a particular height. A tree is born with a particular height. A person is born with a particular height. No amount of hanging or push ups is going to dramatically change that height.
Right.
So, if you are going to say that everybody in your family is medium tall or not so tall, but if you're going to say that, no, I am going to do whatever it takes to be 6 foot, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
So, if you have such unrealistic goals, you are going to be frustrated, which we hear a lot of people say, I've tried everything and I'm frustrated, because you're setting the wrong goals. Now, if there is somebody who's not very tall, is tall the only strength a person can have in their personality? Not
Absolutely
at all.
not, yes.
There are so many other strengths that person can have.
Right.
So instead of chasing becoming tall, what if the person identifies what he already has as a strength and starts enhancing that? So Indians are beautiful. You would agree, gorgeous.
Yes, absolutely.
So Indian skin is beautiful looking skin. So what if a person says, let me bring out the natural beauty of Indian skin? That's going to be healthy, that's going to be easy, and that's going to be lasting. But if somebody is chasing a Korean glass skin, it's going to be very hard for them, and they're never going to be satisfied with what they get.
Do you think it's just temporary? Something can look on the surface. Is that what happens for somebody who are trying? Why I'm asking you this, because I go to various events and functions where I've seen some actresses. I won't like to name them. What they look probably 5 or 10 years back, they're looking different now.
Correct.
In terms of skin tone, the color, everything has changed.
Yes.
From a hazy or a little tanned skin tone, they've suddenly become white. What are the reasons for this? What is happening?
So, like, if you are in the acting industry,
Hmm.
you can totally change your body shape.
Hmm.
You can have six packs.
Hmm.
You can bulk up. You can look totally different. Sometimes you're like, Arey, that guy looked so skinny.
Hmm.
For that matter, when Salman Khan entered the industry,
Hmm.
he looked so skinny,
Skinny
and
and-
he didn't have this rock star persona, which he's completely transformed.
Right.
So, similarly, there are ways in which you can transform your skin and make it like incredibly healthy. There are antioxidants available, there are toning systems available. So, yes, it's not all filters and chemicals. There are healthy ways to look amazing. But a word of caution here that it takes a lot of effort
And money.
and money. So, you want to, money is, but just throwing money also will not give you that skin. Like, can you hire someone to do your push ups for you?
Right. Yeah, it's self-care.
Yes, self-care. You have to apply that sunscreen. You need to sleep for those amount of hours. You need to hydrate yourself. So there are so many things that need to happen at all levels to have that celebrity kind of a skin. But yes, it is possible.
Where I was coming to is like people, somebody is a housewife, somebody who
Travels by train.
travels by train. Expectations, how is it like? What is the kind of thing? Do you apply to them also?
So it's okay to dream any dream. We've all had dreams,
Mm.
and we all know that we've had a price to pay for that dream.
Mm.
So I think if anybody watching us has a dream and aspires to have a particular kind of skin, hair, or body shape,
Mm.
that dream has been given to them. So they should speak to an expert, and they should understand that the price they have to pay to achieve that dream.
Yes. It has to be
Yes.
discipline for it
Yes.
also.
And they have to do it with awareness. They need to say that I want to have this.
Mm.
And instead of going with some trend or
Mm.
some influencer pop up, which who promises the moon and more,
Mm.
they should talk to somebody like a doctor who will take responsibility and tell them how is it possible, how much time investment, how much money investment, what are the do's and don'ts that they need to be aware of.
Mm.
So I think with that awareness, whoever wants to make a choice
Mm.
can do it.
Yeah, so celebrities are setting trends, but my personal view, I think sometimes it becomes unrealistic standards for the rest of us. That's my view about it. Like, but as you rightly said, it is achievable if you
Yes.
follow step 1, step 2, step 3, right?
See, we are, we're all inspired by the success of people around us. Since
Right.
we're talking about celebrities, we are inspired by the success of Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan.
Hmm.
But do we know the backstory?
Yes, the
Do
hard
we
work
know
which
the
goes
hard
into.
work which goes? So a lot of people think that all this comes easy.
Hmm.
So people feel that, oh, they're using the most fancy or the expensive serums, and just using that expensive serum is making them as, celebrity-ish
Mhm.
as they are.
Mhm.
But there's a lot more than that. So the word that we should be sharing with people who are listening to us is discipline.
Right.
So achieving any dream, achieving any goal,
Hmm.
whether it is celebrity like skin or any other goal in their life, it
Mhm.
is going to require commitment and discipline.
So, what word resonates with me personally is aging gracefully. So, when it comes to aging gracefully, we also see people doing certain aesthetic treatments as Botox, fillers, and laser. Does that impact the overall aging gracefully? So, you need to advocate for this in your own way. Can they help, or do they do more harm than good in that long term? So, like chasing eternal youth through cosmetic treatments for people who are aging. What is your take on that?
So, if we look at people around us who are aging, and since we can talk about celebrities so that everybody relates
To
to
them
celebrities,
easily.
so then there is a Rekha who decides to age in a particular way, or decides to, for her, aging gracefully is something else, and for Neena Gupta it is something else.
It's individual.
It's individual.
Yeah.
So for a Malaika Arora, aging is different, and for a Nandita Das, it's different. And who's right and who's wrong and who looks better.
Mm.
So whatever is your vision of aging, and whatever you are ready to take those steps to look like that,
Mm.
it's available today.
Mm.
And Botox, fillers, if done under the guidance of a professional, if done with the right intention, if done from a place where you say, I care enough for myself to look like that, not that I'm frustrated, so do something for me. So when things are done out of a frustration or out of a not feeling good somewhere, then you tend to overdo things or you tend to give up too soon, and those kind of things do more harm than good. But if you're doing things with a clarity of what you want, knowing the pros and the cons, understanding what is your role and commitment, I think things can work very well for you.
So my question about Botox, laser treatments is good to go still. Fillers.
Unless you overdo them. Like you say, like there's a very interesting thing I would like to share here. Okay, what is difference between medicine and poison? So there is, in our medical textbooks, there is a question that says, what is the difference between medicine and poison? It's intention and dose.
Okay.
The
Mm.
same thing, the same medicine, the sleeping pill, which is a medicine, if you have it
In
in
excess,
excess,
it's a
it's
poison.
poison.
Right. Very beautifully put, doctor. So I agree to that term. So you need to manage yourself. You need to know where to stop,
Stop.
probably also.
Yes.
You often mention how body shape reflects your inner world. Could you share more about how emotional, which you already said, but I'll come back to the thing about emotional and mental well-being can shape
Hmm.
our physical appearances, particularly as we aging, which again touched upon celebrities. What if you're also who you are matters? Like
Yes.
you gave an example of Neena Gupta, Rekha, who you are also matters.
Yes.
So certain everyday lessons for people who are leading a normal life. What is the skincare regime you should advocate?
So we spoke about a concept of a right product over a good product, a right product over a fancy product.
Mm.
So everybody's skincare should be according to their age.
Mm.
Everybody's skincare should be according to the place they live. Because if you're living in a very cold place, your skincare may be different from the skincare people are using in Bombay, which is always humid.
Mm. Mm.
So main things you need is a proper or a right, a aligned face wash. For
Okay.
some people, it needs to cleanse your pores very well. It needs to control your oil very well. For the other person, it should not at all take away any moisture because your skin is already very dry. So, a face wash which is according to their skin type, a moisturizer and sunscreen, which is for protection. A face wash is for cleansing, a moisturizer, sunscreen is for protection. And then the whole day, your skin is bearing the brunt of everything you are having to handle. So then some kind of night cream. A night cream is like a food for the skin. So it contains some vitamins, it may contain some herbs, it may contain some aloe vera. So, it could be a cocktail of many things which can be again hyper personalized for you.
Okay. But it has to come from a doctor to understand, because whatever is on the over the counter stuff is not something which you
See,
recommend.
I would not say that over the counter stuff doesn't work. Lakhs of people are using it and are getting benefit from
Okay.
it. So there are clothes which are one size fits all. Not that we are always buying from a designer or we are getting things made for us. So finally, your outlook matters. If you're looking for something simple, yes, you can do your own research and you can even start using some basic products.
Mm.
But if you're looking for transformational result, I think an expert or a coach can help you best to get those results.
I take that. I definitely take that. Many people are struggling, especially men, like me also. It's the hair loss, which is a concern. And it feels deeply personal because you have nice hair. And as you're aging, the hair is receding. And I think to an extent, women also face that.
Yes.
Can you help us understand why hair fall is more than just a physical issue? So it's almost emotional too.
Yes.
Because men suddenly lose hair. Why does losing hair feel like, it's a losing a part of my own self?
So, when we say, Are wo takla, we
Right.
use this word.
Yes.
Kaun wo takla?
Mm.
But then the emotion or the way the word takla, it's not just a word, it's an adjective.
Mm.
It's not just a word.
Mm.
So somehow when we call somebody takla, it is like saying something is wrong with him.
Mm.
It's not just expressing that a person with less hair. It is like saying the person whom something is wrong with, see, he has less hair. So it's not a positive word. So over the years, for whatever reason, the way, now slowly we are getting out of it, that we are not saying, oh, wo kali, ya wo kitna kala hai. So initially, when we used to use words like fair and dark, the word dark was also used with a lot of like,
Not
oh,
right.
not a nice
Yeah,
word.
there are so many columns where the men ask a gori wife and all that.
So
Yeah.
dark is not a nice word. Bald is not a nice word. Takla is not a nice word. So over the years, there is a conditioning where, these are not nice words.
Mm.
Right or wrong, we can't argue, because we have to be present to what exists. This is the perception in people's minds.
Mm.
And that is the reason, the minute you start seeing hair loss and somebody comments about it, yeah, somebody says, Are tu to takla ho raha hai,
Mm.
it hurts you, because that's
Mm.
not a word
Mm.
you would
Mm.
want to be associated with.
Mm.
And also, a lot of people who've had good hair,
Mm.
even with a dark complexion person, probably they've always been dark.
Mm.
And the acceptance is better. But for somebody who's had good hair for the longest part of their life,
Mm.
and then suddenly they are losing hair,
Mm.
and then everybody's commenting about it.
Mm.
So it becomes like a battle now. It becomes something that uh, people don't want to be seen in pictures. We see people who are constantly adjusting their partitions. They are growing hair and covering it from here to there, or you've
Mm. Yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah, of
kind
course.
of things that people do,
Mm.
or wearing a cap whenever they step out.
Mm.
So this becomes personal because of the social understanding of,
Mhm.
and also I also feel that once you lose hair, you tend to look older than your age. So there are many young men who've lost hair and suddenly they look, so the minute you see a bald guy, he may be young also, he may be in
Yeah,
his
yeah, absolutely.
early 30s, but
Mm.
then the mentality is to say uncle.
Mm. We in India hate that word.
Yeah, we hate that word. But
Yeah.
then somewhere, somebody with less hair is referred to as an uncle. There's no logic, but
Mm.
that's how we've conditioned ourselves.
Mm. So what you mean to say, the conditioning has to change. It's it's something like a society has to probably start being compassionate towards people of any type. So
Yes.
it's an unexpected need. I mean, not a realistic need for to be the way the society wants you to be. You need to be
Correct.
comfortable with yourself.
You got in a very, very important word, which is compassion
Mm.
or non judgment.
Mm.
And since we are talking a lot about aging,
Mm.
everybody is going to age. And with
Absolutely.
all the wonderful options available today in the market,
Mm.
you are still going to age. I mean, you may age less than your friend, but you're still going to age.
Yeah, I agree.
So, unless there is compassion and non judgment, it's not going to allow you to feel your best and bring out your best qualities.
Mm.
Unless you feel your best, you're not going to be the best person in the room. You're not going to be the best person in the world, right?
Yes, yes.
Because all the good things we do starts from a feel good on the inside. So compassion, non judgment, and words like this have to be practiced more towards others and towards ourselves also.
There is a change needed in society. Feeling good,
Absolutely.
looking good is a thought you should have. There's a lot of conversation about reversing age.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, we always thought about elixir of life and all those things,
Mhm.
without trying to look 25 again is is the thought which is like, you're aging, but you don't want to look, okay, I want to look 25 again. Though my personal way thing is, it's not about reversing of aging. It's like how gracefully you can age.
One thing which, as a doctor, I want to share at this point is, like, we started our conversation with saying that your skin and hair is a mirror of what is going on inside. So, when we are talking about age, if our skin and hair is not age appropriate, or there is a sudden problem with your skin or hair, that's how your body is trying to communicate to you.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. It's giving you signals.
Yeah, so the message which we need to share powerfully to people, other than perspectives and compassion, those are really important. But also, it is important that these are ways you look at the mirror and you're not feeling good. You need to ask yourself, are you taking care of your health? Are you living right?
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
Are you eating right?
hmm,
Are
hmm,
you sleeping right?
hmm,
Are you very stressed at work? Are you too obsessed with your goals? Are you too, uh, are your relationships balanced?
hmm,
Do you have unrealistic expectations from your relationships?
hmm.
Are you tolerating toxic relationships? So these kind of questions also need to be asked as a part of anti-aging.
So you as a doctor, what I see from and what I'm understanding and hearing from you, I see you not just as a skin doctor, you have to be a psychologist to kind of convey and consult people also, right?
I think all skin doctors, as a part of their journey of consulting patients, because people feel terrible about something wrong with their skin. There are people who come and say, my daughter doesn't go anywhere. She feels, because she's got these pimples, she refuses to socialize.
Hmm.
There are people who says, no, no, I'll stand behind in a photograph.
Photograph, they're hiding their
They're
face. A
hiding
lot
their
of the
face.
teenagers are doing expressions like this.
Correct.
Yeah.
People are even indoors, they are wearing large sunglasses because
Hmm.
there is some aging seen on their face.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so there is so much happening that we doctors, especially skin doctors, do understand. We often have people who cry.
Acha.
And you also see there is another, between men and women after a particular age start showing signs of aging faster.
Hmm.
So men, even after a particular age, can still carry themselves, their persona.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But a female, people judge them more. They show signs of aging more.
Hmm.
Their husbands are still looking nice.
Hmm.
But then they have changed more than their husbands have
Hmm.
changed. Their
Hmm.
husbands are still being accepted as aging men, but they are not being seen as aging
Aging
women.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. What is the thing they should do?
So, one is, we can't change what has been built overnight. There
Right.
is a way the world thinks,
Hmm.
and whether we like it or not,
Not
uh, first we have to accept that this is the way the world
world
thinks.
things.
And then we need to tell ourselves that even though this is the way the world thinks, even though I am dealing with these kind of thoughts because I'm also living with the world
Hmm.
and I'm also hearing these, this is the way I feel when I look in the mirror.
Hmm.
I can still love and accept myself for who
Hmm.
I am.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think people need to stand up and say this to themselves, because nobody is coming to say these things to you,
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
till they say ki, yes, I have focused. What you focus on expands.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I have not focused on my blessings enough. I've focused only on one part of aging, and there is more to life.
So to count your blessings
Yes.
always.
Yes. And after counting your blessings, after accepting yourself, after accepting that, okay, this is not working for me, then go and do whatever you want to do.
Hmm.
But don't do it from a sense of frustration. Don't do it from a sense of lack.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
And then things work better. You accept yourself better.
So that also helps people to probably recover or probably get into a better regime and all that, right?
Absolutely.
The emotional aspect is very important
Yeah,
from what I gather from what you're saying.
they don't get frustrated very often. They stay with the regime. They don't get carried away and get fooled.
Mm.
by people making fake promises.
Mm.
They don't overtreat and damage their skin and hair.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
when it comes from a place of acceptance, then you are able to create progress.
Very well said, doctor. What I also understand, men in our country, so they're intelligent, they're smart. There's a sudden upsurge of men's skincare also.
Yes.
Our country, I think men are not taking care of the skin at all because they said rough and tough guy works and all that.
Huh.
But there's an awareness right now. But having said that, still there's an upsurge of trends, the skincare and all in the men also. We are all fallen for one gimmick or something. This is thanks to the filter. We look nice on screen and we want to tell the Lord, this is how I look. But in reality, it differs also.
Yeah.
So people come back for more when it comes to certain advertised skincare. I'm talking about men's
Yes, I
perspective
get you.
about this. So, what is your thought about what should be done?
So, today there is too much information. We are in an age of information overload,
Mm-hmm.
and which is causing us to feel I'm not enough. There's a lot of fear of missing out. There's a lot of I'm not good enough
Mm.
because of information overload, because of the way things are presented to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think rather than have this approach, because the way things are marketed today, the agenda of businesses is not to create a good product or transformation always. Agenda of lot of businesses is just to make money.
Mm.
Businesses have investors and they are only talking how to grow numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So the purpose of a business at some point of time was to solve a problem. And the best entrepreneurs of the world were thinking, how can I solve a better problem or a more relevant problem?
Mm.
But today, when people feel business, people are equating business success and a lot of such terms with money, when it's not all about money. But unfortunately, like we said, we have to accept the world as it is. So people need to understand that people are changing perceptions or people are misguiding you because somewhere it's a business.
Mm.
So if you can't think for yourself clearly because you have limited knowledge and there's so much overwhelm, it's best to talk to a professional,
Mm-hmm.
because with a professional the chances of you getting carried away are less.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask questions, you can ask more questions, and you can make informed choices.
Mm.
Whereas when you take decisions only from the marketing ads,
Mm-hmm.
they're showing you a lopsided picture. But when you're sitting with a professional and talking, you can see both the sides of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And that is more empowering when you take a decision.
You've been in the skincare industry for how long, doctor?
It's 15 years now.
15 years. And what do you believe is the number one mistake people do in their skincare routines, what they're following? Sometimes it's what we don't do that's about kind of sabotaging our skincare routines. You need to do something.
Yeah.
Right? What is that number one mistake you feel is there?
Yeah. So, like you said, what you don't do and you need to do something, you actually answered my question for me. So, people do not realize that when they say skincare, they feel there's a day to start it and there's a day to stop it.
Hmm.
But if you realize that your skin is not looking as good as you want it to look,
Mm.
or your hair is not looking as good as you want it to look,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be a change in your lifestyle.
Mhm.
Even if that change in lifestyle is applying sunscreen, there is no stop and start date. There is no when I become dark, I apply a sunscreen, or when there is a function, I do this. So, biggest mistake people are making is feeling that they will do it for a month or 2 months. So, when they ask me questions like, how long do I have to do this?
Mm-hmm.
So people need to realize that if they want to be the best version of themselves in terms of skin, hair, or body shape, if they want to maintain a perfect weight, they have to understand that this is a lifestyle choice. So if people start asking a question that what should be my lifestyle so that I can age gracefully? What should be my lifestyle so that I can have healthy skin for a very long time? What should be my lifestyle so that my hair can be healthy? So once they rephrase their question, things are going to change for them.
aging gracefully is something we all look towards. I think aging in a certain way can make you more magnetic, I would feel.
Yes.
Because you have been and seen that, done it. You've seen phases of your skin, your body, and all that. What is the ways to feel confident for somebody who's aging, and what is the thought they should have?
So, again, for whatever reason, we make jokes about aging.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that after a particular age, every time we celebrate a birthday, there is a joke about growing older, the joke about the number of candles on the cake. So, aging, there are a lot of positives to aging.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the world of duality, for everything, for every negative thing, there's a positive, and for every positive thing, there's a negative.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we are only focusing on the negatives of aging, and we don't want to age.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are a lot of positives of aging.
Oh.
The way our perspective towards life changes, the way our perspective towards growth and contribution changes, the way we are able to look at bigger pictures as we age.
Mm.
So there are so many beautiful things of aging. So instead of making a list for people, sometimes I tell my clients, chalo, write 10 things that are better for you as you age that were not better for you when you were in your 20s and 30s. And of course, initially they can't think of a single thing, but slowly they start thinking of a few things and they start writing it down and they realize that, oh, aging comes with its own benefits.
So you also advocate journaling yourself also.
So we do have deep conversations with our clients. That is why we call it hyper personalization. So hyper personalization is not just personalizing a product, but having them to align their thoughts to anti-aging. So anti-aging is a way of thinking, being, acting, continuously learning. So the day you stop learning, you stop
growing, understanding.
growing,
Sunscreen, how to be used. It should be used every time, every day, day or night. What do you say about that?
So if we all look at it ourselves, because once you realize for yourself, there's a shift in your thinking. Nobody looks the same they looked 10 years back, 20 years back, 30 years back. Nobody looks. But if you still look at your covered skin and your uncovered skin, the skin which always has clothes on and the skin which is generally exposed, you see there's a difference in the skin. The color, the texture, the moisture level, the smoothness. Right? All of us know it. Whether we are going out in the sun a lot or whether we are not going out so much in the sun. We all realize that our covered skin is definitely better protected than our uncovered skin. And that itself is telling you that you need an invisible cover for your skin because there's so much pollution. The AC is dehydrating us so much. The UV rays are getting insane by the day. It's just getting more and more hot by the day. It's only getting more and more harsh by the day. So if you can, like brushing your teeth, if you can just apply sunscreen, today the sunscreen formulations are so good. They are not sticky. They are very stable. So if you can apply sunscreen once a day on all your exposed areas, yes, it is like a protection for your skin.
It's no matter what age you are in.
Yeah, so young children, it is not recommended for them. But if you look at it, taking care of our skin from the sun is an age-old practice because even talcum powder is a kind of sunscreen.
Is it?
Yeah, so it is a barrier, which is...
because when we were growing up, the mother used to put talcum powder all over face, body, and I said, what are you doing? When you became a teenager, I said, what are you doing? I'm looking white and different.
Yes.
So, but you say it is kind of a sunscreen.
It's kind of a sunscreen.
But again, here's a school of thought where you have the sun is your friend till a certain time of the day.
Yeah.
And then again, the thought is we go to the sun, it's not good because some people get skin cancer and all that. There's a lot of thoughts.
So skin cancer is not prevalent in India.
Because we are made like that. And our skin is better suited.
Our skin is more resistant to cancer. Our skin doesn't burn. It tans. We become pigmented. We become dark, but we don't become red. Our skin doesn't peel every time we go out in the sun. So skin cancer, yes, it is a very big concern for European skin types. And for them, sunscreen is a prescription. They would not go on a holiday without a sunscreen.
Hmm.
For us, we are not so obsessed with sunscreen because our skin is blessed not to develop cancers. Skin cancers in India are rarely known.
So it's good to be in the sun at this, what though you're saying the UV rays are getting stronger because needed, the vitamin D is required and all that. So people completely avoid the sun at
Correct.
times.
Correct. So it's a very important point that, like we've been saying through these conversations, that there is no absolute good and bad. So anywhere you lose that sense of balance and you're too obsessed with one thing, then you're going to lose out on something else.
Super. I'll have some quick fire questions for you.
Yeah.
One skincare product you can't live without.
Moisturizer.
It's necessary.
Yeah, I think we're spending too much time in the AC, and AC dehydrates your skin. Dehydration causes aging, dullness.
So anything which is available in the market, or it should be again personalized when it comes to moisturizer.
See, you personalize it, you get double the results.
Mm-hmm.
You don't personalize it, you still get
It's
results.
still okay with
Yeah,
it.
it's still okay.
A beauty trend you would wish would make a comeback.
I think calling beauty foods.
Uh-huh.
So, words like beauty food, beauty sleep.
Like
So-
a dadima wale nuske types. Are you
Not
talking about?
nuske, but the mindset that you need to eat a lot of raw foods to be beautiful. You need to have a lot of, you need to sleep well to be beautiful. This is something our parents used to tell us, our grandmothers used to tell us, and we used to not feel that they really make a difference. So I think ancient wisdom coming back in terms of lifestyle changes is what I think, as a, like, the family should be talking about what the grandmothers used to do to look beautiful, because there is wisdom in all our families, and it surely works.
What is one treatment you recommend everyone to try at least once?
So there are anti-aging treatments available today which can firm up the skin and give you a more tight appearance, so that puffy look goes away, which a lot of people don't know about. So people are again going for fairness treatments or glow treatments,
And the peels and all
yeah,
that.
but there are a lot of very safe, very comfortable, pampering, no needle based skin tightening treatments available with all the doctors all over the world.
Very popular product which has been recently been publicized. I can't spell it well, but it's glutathione or
Glutathione.
Glutathione.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about it?
So glutathione is an antioxidant.
Okay.
So what do you mean when you say antioxidant? Is our bodies are undergoing oxidation. The easiest way to understand is iron rust, silver oxidizes. We say oxidized silver. Similarly, our cells are also undergoing oxidation. So glutathione is the mother of all antioxidants. So when we start consuming glutathione, this oxidation which is happening in the body, so there's a multiplication of oxidation happening in the body. Something that can multiply can also be divided. So if you start taking antioxidants either from your food or through supplements, it is definitely going to make you healthy.
How often should people take it? There should, because there are also data about it saying that it's not good for the liver and things like that. When people are overdoing it at all.
So this entire gist of the whole conversation and the whole problem with skincare is when people overdo it. So too much of a good thing is also not good. Right?
I just digressed a little that side, but quickly, part of the quick fire. What is the most radiant celebrity? You spoke about Rekha, but who's the most radiant celebrity whom you feel is, and why?
I would today I think it's Alia Bhatt.
Okay.
So Alia Bhatt is pretty radiant because she's comfortable in her skin.
See, this is one thing I like to hear. You need to be comfortable in yourself, your skin.
Yes.
Yes. Because that emotion, they say, no, I jumped out of my skin.
Yeah.
So you need to be absolutely comfortable. That's one regime people should follow. My
Yeah,
take.
that's very attractive. You look at
Mm.
somebody who's comfortable in their skin, who's comfortable in who they are. She had a pregnancy and then she came back. Obviously, she had a lot of skin changes, but she doesn't come across as somebody who tries too hard.
Mm.
So when we come across as somebody who doesn't try too hard, who's accepting both the positives and negatives about the changes our body undergoes, we come across as more attractive.
Lovely. Anybody from the yesteryears who's still, you mentioned Rekha, but anybody else?
Hema Malini also.
One fan base.
Yes.
One advice for people in the 40s and 50s who never tried skincare. What should they do?
So I think they should not take their skin for granted, because looking good matters. First impressions matter. Whether we accept it or not, it is important that we go with the trends. We understand that people make an impression of you by looking at the way you look, the way you wear. Also, if you have good skin, good hair, and a good body shape, people understand that you're committed to yourself.
You need to be committed to
Yeah.
yourself.
So when I look at somebody who's extremely good looking, especially in their 40s and 50s, I know that that person takes effort in everything that person does. Doesn't take things for granted. Doesn't say मुझे time ही नहीं मिलता. Because I know it takes time to have good skin, good hair, and body shape. But that person is balancing their time well.
Mm.
So when you look good, there is a lot that it says about you. Not just that you look good, that about your thought process also. So I think people should take that effort to look good, because you're conveying a lot by the way you look.
So much of learning from you. This makes a lot of sense, and I love the name of your organization, SkinSense. Thank you so much for being on the show, Doctor.
It was lovely talking to you.
We're going to put a lot of details of Doctor on the description of our show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The most beautiful faces are not flawless. They are expressive, conscious, and alive. That's what my guru says. As we wrap up this episode, remember the glow you seek isn't in a bottle. It's in the way you think, feel, and treat yourself. Thanks to Dr. Shweta Iyengar. She set a way of thinking and growing older. It's about not just about the decline, it's about refinement. If today's conversation struck a chord, share it with someone you care about, because beauty, it is not just a goal, it's a reflection. Until next time, this is Kamlksh Shetty signing off with Who's on Air, where we always tune into what really matters. Thank you so much. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.